Okay, this is day one, stabilization endurance. We're going to start with our dynamic stretching routine. We'll perform this after we run about 4 foul poles, so third base to first base side, anytime we're outside, whether it be practice, game, whatever. Inside, obviously, we'll do probably a couple-minute jog just to warm everything up. So the first one we'll perform is called knee hugs. So athlete's going to go ahead and pull it in and relax and exhale as he's walking, switching legs every time after about a third step. You can stay right there. We'll do the other one on the way back. That is outside foothold. So he'll bring his left leg up. He'll grab it with both, hold it for a count of 1, 2, and then go and then switch on his third step. Very nice. Next one we do is heel walks. He'll take 3 or 4. We're going to activate that tibialis anterior, and then he's going to reverse it on the way back. That's good. Keep on going. Next one we do is hamstring walk. He's going to point the toe out front, keep his butt out, chest out. There we go. Activate those hamstrings. Good. Switching legs each time. Then we go on to 1, 2, 3 kicks. Opposite hand, opposite foot. A little more dynamic here as we're moving. Next one we do is to open up our hips. We're going to get our hips warmed up. So we're going to go step overs and bring up the knee up and step across your body. There you go. Very nice. And the next one we move on to is lunges with upper body rotation. So when he goes to step down with whichever leg he's going to go down, his left knee, he's going to bring it opposite and up. And then he's going to take a few steps and go into the opposite leg. Oh, there he is. Opposite rotation. Good. Next one we move is low shuffle. So he's going to get down in an infield position. Like his hands are out ready to field, and he's going to take really stay nice and wide. Low shuffle, low shuffle, low shuffle. Good. Next one we do is called tall shuffle. Same thing, but you're moving at a little faster pace and leading with that left leg, really swinging that leg out. That's okay. Do it one more time on the way back for me. There we go. All right. And then we got calf bouncers. He's going to stay up on his toes. He's going to let his legs kind of freely swing out to the side, kind of like in a circular pattern, and then he's going to reverse it on the way back. That's a good one there. And then we move to lead-off sprints where the athlete is more of a baseball style. He's going to go crossover, slide, slide, and then he's going to turn, and we go at 50%, 75%, and then all-out sprint. And sometimes I mix in a back, like the pitcher's going to pick him off and see if the kids reaction time is good. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the bulk of the program after the initial dynamic stretch, and we're going to move on to the core and balance. All of these will be performed 2 sets, 15 reps. We're going to do quad arm, opposite leg raise on ball. So he's going to be stable. He's going to lift left or right and left, and he's going to hold it, and he's going to go down. He's going to switch. We're going to alternate that. Good. Now we move on to the floor bridge. So athlete's going to be feet flat on the floor, hands at their side. He's going to lift those hips up, and we're going to hold it. We're going to repeat that. Good. Next thing we move on to is the single leg medicine ball lift and chop. You could have done it over there. He's going to bring it across his body, nice and steady, keeping good balance, and we perform that on both sides. Good. That completes core and balance. Now we're going to move on to our plyometrics. We start pretty simple with the box jump up with stabilization. In the sagittal plane, we're going to do 2 sets, 10 reps. We're going to hold that landing nice and soft. And we're going to make sure we take, and the athlete's going to step forward off of it. Don't ever jump down from the box unless that's the specific exercise. We can do it one more time. Hold that landing. Very nice. Okay, now we move on to our SAQ. I thought it was very important to start my speed, agility, quickness ladder with my athlete. We're going to go really slow in the initial phases. This is something going to be new. Some of these routines are pretty tough, but my subject here will do his best with it. The first one we're going to do is jumping jacks. So jumping jacks on the agility ladder. Go out, in. That's pretty good. Then we're going to work the side shuffle. So athlete's going to be facing me. And we're going to go every one. There we go. Very nice. Then we move on to 2 ins. So we're going forward. Good. And then the zigzag. This is a little more complicated, but I feel it's important to start with a little more complicated things, and we're going to work on our, as we progress, we're going to get faster and faster throughout the program. That was pretty good. So, good. Now we're going to move on to our resistance portion, and we start with step up to balance to overhead press. So we're going to go back over to the plyo box and use that as our step. So client's going to step up, bring that leg up, balance, overhead press, and good. That's right. And then forward off the butt. Oh, good balance. There you go. Good. All right, and then just a simple push-up, which this was also one of the tests that we used to check for progress and strength to begin with. Notice his spine's nice in line. He's just going to do a couple reps, nice and steady. Nice tempo. Good. Now we're going to do the 2-legged cable row. So we're going to move on over to our cable machine. Make sure you get far enough away so you got resistance. My athletes never performed any resistance training, so we're going to make sure that they're performing all the exercises properly. Good. Next, we will move on to our 2-legged scaption to overhead press. So we're just gonna use 10-pound dumbbells here. Form scaption, bring the elbows up, and then to an overhead press. Very good. For our legs, we will move on to the ball squat. So let's go ahead and move on over here. We're going to start these without any weight. Nice and steady. Good. For our cool down, our athletes, I'll introduce our resistance band routine that we do after our run and our dynamic warm up. We always do that before we throw. And then once they feel comfortable with the resistance bands, we will move on to our throwing routine, our throwing program. Throughout the stabilization endurance phase, we will throw 3 days a week, incorporating long toss 1 day a week in there. So that's it.